Yo, what's happening? Y'all know what it is, man. Seven the Panther, aka Young Bunch of Carter, aka a bunch of other shit. I'll probably punch in your face for saying to me. Yo, um, I'm back. K4G 1.5 track breakdown. Back with track number 3, Demonz. Um, Demonz is a lot of people's favorite record. I'm coming to find, or their, you know, that one and the next song is tied for a lot of people's favorite songs. So like, um, so there's a couple of cats that was waiting for me to get to this one. They say, "Yo, when you doing Demonz? When you doing Demonz?" So I'm doing it today. Demonz is, now mind you, that was the name of the beat when I got it from Kwest. So I didn't have to name it that. But after listening to the beat for a couple of days and then taking the name into account, like I was like, of course, if it required me to change the name of the song, if I was going to talk about something different, I would have done that. But it seemed so fitting to what I was writing. So um, for those of y'all who've heard the song, y'all know what I'm talking about. For those of y'all who haven't, just take a walk through it real quick. You know what I'm saying? I can hear it when I'm sleeping. I can feel it when I'm sleeping. But they speak when I'm wide awake. Flying out of control and struggling to find the brakes. You know what I'm saying? And that is just a basic shout out to the demons inside. You know what I'm saying? I can feel them when I'm sleeping. But when I'm awake, I can hear them talking. Like, they can't give me directives when my eyes are closed when I'm sleeping. They can't tell me anything. But when I'm awake, I get all the bad directions in the world from them, you know what I'm saying? Flying out of control and struggling to find the brakes. If you ever been in a car that had an overactive throttle or anything of that nature and it just kind of takes off on you, sometimes the stupefied nature you find yourself in make it hard to collect your thoughts just to hit the brakes, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically speaking to my mind state on most days, you know what I'm saying? Can't even scream no more, so lost can't even put my finger on my dreams no more. Screaming is pointless, you know. Just to give y'all a little insight, there's enough screaming going on inside my head already. I don't want to scream. Like, it's just going to add to the noise. Um, so lost can't even put my finger on my dreams no more. Why should I? Walls closing in, Allah don't let me fold again. Just another on life's mountain of hopeless men. Because it seems like men with mental health issues, until something really, really bad happens, nobody cares. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I said another on life's mountain of hopeless men, because the number of men who walk around with issues and problems and things of that nature they feel like they can't discuss is astronomical. It's ridiculous how many of us there are. Um, Allah don't let me fold again. I pray all the time that I have the strength to deal with what's happening, you know what I'm saying, and to stay cool and to not lose my focus. Um, and that's all you can do is hope, you know what I mean? But it can't be, no, hold up. Another on Lights Mountain, the hopeless men, but this can't be. I can hear the evils wailing like banshees, winds frozen, I can't breathe. Have you ever tried to breathe a deep breath when the wind is super cold? You know how hard that is? You know what I'm saying? I hear the evils wailing like banshees. That goes back to the screaming I was talking about. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a jungle inside my head most of the time. Um, Crazy, what you fear and love the most is what you can't reach. What you fear and love the most is what you can't reach. A warring mental can't sustain peace. But if it's do or die, the last question you want to be asking is, who am I? So like, when it's on the line, you don't want to have questions about who you are and whether or not you are built to stand up in that situation. You want to know that you're built for that. You want to know that you're equipped to handle whatever comes. You know, um, me personally, speaking from a personal standpoint, I can honestly tell you that I wasn't ready. I'm still not ready. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's just one of those things that we as people who suffer through these situations have to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Whew, this song is deep, yo. Like, it hit home. You know what I'm saying? The last question you want to be asking is, who am I? And even worse, when the answer just inspires suicide. So if you can answer that question, and the answer to that question leaves you so distraught about what you figured out about yourself that you just want to end it all, that's the struggle that I'm talking about in that line. And more importantly, that's the struggle that I deal with on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of people know that. Like, I do a good job of making it look good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm aware of that. I make it look like I'm fine. Like if a person don't know me, they're not gonna know nothing's wrong with me. They just gonna assume, hey, Seven got it all together. He doing his thing. He got the music popping. He, you know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. And nothing could be further from the truth. You know what I mean? Um, my thoughts flow into a dark place. No light in sight. It's still no place for you to hide. Gravity holds you down. Fear just pushes you aside. And the results will make you lose your pride. You know, gravity, everybody that's, you know, you ain't got to be a scientist to know that that's how gravity works. Gravity holds things to the earth. You know what I'm saying? But fear is a totally different beast. You know what I'm saying? Fear is the thing that can remove you from your path and put you in a place where you don't want to be. Put you in a situation where you feel like you can't win. And therefore, it just becomes evident over time that we are battling those two elements. Battling those two elements because gravity is the enemy of flight. And fear is the enemy of moving in a positive direction. Not saying that you shouldn't fear anything, because there's very few people who can say they fear nothing. But what I am saying is fear can be debilitating. It can cripple you. It can stop you dead in your tracks. So that's the one thing that we have to, in our quest for mental stability and for good mental health, fear is one of the things that has to be conquered. You know, fear has to be conquered. Gravity doesn't have to be conquered in a physical sense, but it does need to be conquered in a matter of you know, your mental and your emotional state. You have to be prepared to take it there. You know, you got to be prepared to go where you need to go in order for you to fly. You know what I'm saying? And the results to make you lose your pride is easy. You know what I'm saying? If you fall victim to those two things, you're held down to the ground, you pushed off your path, eventually you're going to stop believing in who you are. You're going to stop believing in what it is you're trying to accomplish. And, you know, that's not just for people with mental health issues. That could be for anybody. I'm only speaking on behalf of people with mental health issues because I am one. They even asked why I changed. My reply, I'm simply trying to regain something akin to control of my brain. I'm not insane, just damaged. Ain't no service station for pain that you can't manage. We passed the point of a bandage. You know what I'm saying? They asked why I changed. People who knew me when I was younger will probably say, yo, y'all got the best version of him. And they don't understand that now the destruction is more inward than outward. And when I was younger, it was all outward. You know what I'm saying? I was a troubled kid, man. Like, not troubled in the sense that I was incapable of being good. I just didn't see the point. So I did a lot of things and made a lot of choices that were not good for me and not good for any of the people who cared about me. You know what I'm saying? My reply, I'm simply trying to regain something akin to control of my brain. Like, it's no different than I take it back to driving a vehicle. There's nothing separate of that from, like, say if your suspension goes out or your steering wheel locks up on you and you don't have control. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm just trying to get that control back. I just want to be able to steer this thing again and not have the car flying all over the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just where it's at. You know what I'm saying? I'm not insane. At least I don't think so. You know, I'm just damaged. I've been through a lot of things, man. A lot of things that's, you know, I've been through a lot of shit that don't nobody know about. I survived shit that probably should have killed me. You know what I'm saying? And I've done some things that I'm not proud of. And I've done some things that I am kind of proud of, but they're not good. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it needed to happen. So, you know, those are just the type of things that go into that type of thinking. When I was writing those bars, you know what I'm saying? Just damaged. Ain't no service station for pain that you can't manage. We passed the point of a bandage. I close my eyes and see the whole of every gun a nigga brandished. Every one of them. Like, I've never forgotten a single time when a gun was drawn on me. I've never forgotten a single time when I was being shot at or whatever. I never forget those things because those were the moments when I wasn't sure of myself and wasn't sure of the life that I chose to live. But as soon as the danger was removed, I was right back to doing what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe one wonder why I'm here. Most of my brothers vanished. Everybody that I seen drop, leaking on the street top, never goes away. They still walking with me. Stop. Like, I just wish they'd stop. Go away. I don't want to think about it anymore. Like, you had the memories that you wish you couldn't remember it. You know what I'm saying? And like, I used to be capable of pushing these things into a back corner of my brain and not really thinking about them. But as I got older and more things started occurring in my life to unlock those doors, it's like sometimes I look around and I can see the people that I know they're dead. I was there when they died. You know what I'm saying? I was there when they got clapped or whatever. But like, I can still see them. It's like they still walking with me, and they still, like, something about the situation that they died in still hangs over me. You know what I mean? And that's just what I'm dealing with. You know what I mean? For all the days I wake up and I'm so defeated, clinging to the hope someone got me on the scope, about to send me to the essence, cause it's way too hard to cope when I can't even speak on what really provoked my lack of hope. Like, dog, you don't know how often I wake up and be like, man, today gotta be the day. Somebody gotta take me out of here. Like, this is crazy. Why am I still here? Like, I got so many homeboys that were so talented, man, even more talented than me, and so such good people. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I almost lost it for a second there, but it troubles my spirit sometimes to know that I'm still here and they're not. It makes me feel some type of way, because I feel like maybe they could have been more of a bonus or a plus to society than I've been, you know. Um, but then I come to the realization sometimes that I'm still here for a reason, you know. Out of all of us that will, our crew was pretty big when I was young. It was probably like 20 or 30 of us, and then, there may be 8 of us left now, maybe, you know what I'm saying. There may be 8 left. And when I say left, I don't mean everybody died. I mean, some of them just doing so much time in prison, they might as well be dead, you know what I'm saying? So, that's just how that works out, man. And I apologize for this being like a very somber record breakdown, but like, that song is so deep and it's so real and it's so impactful to me that I have a hard time talking about it without, getting caught up. So, man, it's way too hard to cope when I can't even speak on what really provoked my lack of hope, because the average person wouldn't understand. The average person's not going to get why I feel like me waking up every morning is a roll of the dice. You know what I'm saying? Why I feel like maybe I shouldn't wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. But that is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. I want to leave so nobody will have to know. But niggas that want out be the last to go. They say I'm dark, but this is me being rational. Stressing, losing my mind, and they got the cash to smoke. I hope my kids are nothing like me. Invest, connect, or end up with nothing like me. A lot of niggas feel the same that came from nothing like me, preparing for death, clearly fearing nothing like me. All of that self-explanatory. I ain't even really got to dig deep into that. Like, those bars, like, I have, I've kind of gotten more comfortable with writing things straightforward and not not making people have to figure it out. And that was one of those segments of the song where it was just kind of like, I'm just gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? I honestly feel like that record is there's several records on this album, on this EP, where I just kind of ripped the band-aid off and let it roll. You know what I'm saying? So I hope y'all fuck with it. Where was I at? That's the point of a band. Close my eyes, see the whole of every gun a nigga branch. Made me wonder why I'm here. Most of my brothers vanished. Everybody that I seen drop, leaking on the street top, never goes away. They still walking with me. Stop. For all the days I wake up and I'm so defeated, clinging to the hope someone got me on the scope, about to send me to the essence, cause it's way too hard to cope when I can't even speak on what really provoked my lack of hope. I want to leave so nobody will have to know, but niggas that want out be the last to go. They say I'm dark, but this is me being rational, stressing, losing my mind, and ain't got the cash to smoke. I hope my kids are nothing like me. Invest, connect, and end up with nothing like me. A lot of niggas feel the same that came from nothing like me, prepared for death, clearly fearing nothing like me. The more people, the more alone I feel. I can be in a room full of hundreds of people and feel like I'm the only motherfucker in the room, yo. Word is bond. It happens to me all the time. Lost in my thoughts, like the love they showing can't be real. So if you ever pay me a compliment after a show or after listening to a record and I was just kind of like, oh, all right, thanks. It's because I probably don't believe you. And it's not that I think you're a liar. It's just that I don't believe people fuck with me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, and I mean, you know, that's a combination of things that make that the case. One of which is I look at analytics. So for all the people who say I'm dope, all of those people aren't listening to my music. All the people, pardon me, all the people who say that they support me, all of those people aren't listening to my music. So, and even with that, people who are supposed to be my friends, I haven't spoken to in, you know, some of them I haven't spoken to since I moved to the West Coast, which was almost 4 years ago now. So, you know, just a lot of things that were supposed to be a certain way didn't turn out that way. And that's what makes me feel, and that's, you know, it's contributed to my feeling in that sense when I'm in a room full of people and I still feel alone. Because I'm far from perfect, closer to worthless, so I expect the worst, I'm sure I deserve it. Even recording is making me nervous. Bearing my soul never been easy, like what's the purpose? I walk through Anchorage in the dead of January shirtless before I make a single attempt to avoid the hearses. Like, dog, I'm not dodging death, man. I'm not dodging it. Like, I've invited it several times. I've invited it on more occasions than I want to count. I was really reckless when I was young, and after I thought about it, I came to the conclusion that I did some of the things I did because I wanted to die. After my best friend got killed, I really didn't see the point. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see the point of being around and shit. And you know, this song gave me an opportunity to speak on some of that. If you've been listening to my music over the years, man, my catalog don't sound nothing like what I did on K4G 1.5, and that's because I finally decided to stop hiding behind rap. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we get so caught up in writing and being smooth with the words and all this other stuff that we don't just tell the story the way it's supposed to be told. So I got tired of doing that and decided to give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give it up the way the people need to hear it. So I hope y'all enjoy Demonz, man. I hope y'all enjoy K4G 1.5. I hope y'all enjoy these breakdowns because I love doing them. You know what I'm saying? I try not to be so many days away with the next one, because 6 a.m. is a lot of people's favorite song. So I'm gonna have to get into that one soon. So hey, I may drop that one tomorrow. Who knows? But either way, thank y'all so much for locking in with me, man. I appreciate every one of you. And I never, ever want y'all to think I take for granted the people who do rock with me, because I love y'all, man. I really do. I love y'all, and I hope y'all stick with me. K4G 1.5 out now. New music on the way very soon. The new single from my whole squad, Sound Chamber Productions, So Hard to Do, is out now on SoundCloud. Please check that out as well. And again, thank y'all for tapping in with me, man. I hope y'all enjoy the music. I hope y'all enjoy the movement. If y'all fuck with me, check me out on all streaming platforms. Or go to Bandcamp and buy the album. You know what I'm saying? However you want to support, it's all love. Share the link, whatever you do, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all love. Y'all hold it down. 7 to Pantha. Salute.